Hi guys, today we're going to be learning about completing the square. We complete the square for many different reasons. One of the reasons being is to help work out, for example, a vertex of a graph. So if you look at this function forms a graph, and we can basically do completing the square in order to help find out the vertex of this graph. In order to complete the square, we have to turn this function into this form. So to start off with, what we do is we just focus on the first two terms, so the x squared and plus 2x. So what we do is we make a bracket, we put x in here, we then put plus, and then what we do is we halve the coefficient in front of the x. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. We put the squared outside, and then what you do is you do minus the number that we just halved squared. So basically 1 squared equals 1, so minus 1, and you just simply bring the 5 down. As you can see, we're already getting closer to our desired form. So if you've got the bracket, we just need to get our final term. To get the final term, what we do is we simplify. So you get x plus 1 squared minus 1 minus 5, which equals minus 6. Now, for example, if you can be given a question that has got a number in front of the x squared. So here there was only 1 in front of it. So if you have a number greater than 1 in front of it, you have to do one extra step. So this step being is, what we first do is we pull out the 2, so we can just get x squared on its own. So what we do is we take out the 2, so we divide everything here by 2 except for the 3. So you get what you get is so you get x squared plus 8 divided by 2, which is 4x. Close the brackets, and you're left with minus 3. Now what we do is we look at these two terms again. Now we're going to complete the square with these two terms. So what we do is we still have the 2 outside. We make a bigger bracket with the red pen. We then make a smaller bracket, and now we're going to complete the square. So again, you just put x plus, you halve the coefficient in front of the x. So basically 4 divided by 2 is 2. Close brackets, square it, and what you do is you minus 2 squared, which is 4. Because remember what we done here as well, we done 1 squared and we minused it, and here you do 2 squared, we minus it. We then close the big red bracket, and we still have the minus 3 outside. Okay, now all we do is we multiply out the red bracket by 2. So we do 2 x plus 2 squared. 2 times minus 4 is minus 8. And we bring down the 3, which is minus 3. All we do now is just simplify it. So again, we just write 2x plus 2 squared minus 8 minus 3 is minus 11, and that's your final answer. So as you can see, when you have a number in front of x squared, we have to do one extra step, which is to take out the number, whatever number that is in front of the x squared. You divide the x squared and the x by that number, and then you just do the simple completing the square method. So guys, now I'm going to give you 2 questions for you to solve by yourself. So the first one's going to be x squared. So y equals x squared minus 4x plus 7. And the second question is going to be minus 3x squared plus 15, So y equals again minus 3x squared plus 15x minus 1. So guys, I'm going to give you 5 seconds so you can pause the video here, complete these 2 questions, and after that play the video and I'll go through the solutions. Good luck. So guys, now I'm going to go through the answers. So for the first one, what we do is we make a bracket, we put x in there, we then half the 4, so we get minus 2, put the squared sign on top, and then we do minus 2 squared, which is 4, and bring down the plus 7. All we have to do now is just simplify, so x minus 2 squared minus 4 plus 7, which equals plus 3. And that is your final answer. So nice and easy. All we did was we put the x in there, we then half the minus 4 to get minus 2, and then we just done minus and we squared the number that we just halved. So we got minus 4 plus 7 and then simplified. Okay guys, now we move on to our second question. Here again, now we've got a minus 3 in front of the x squared, so we got to get the x squared on its own. So what we do is we take out the minus 3, we then make a bracket, so minus 3x squared divided by minus 3 equals x squared, plus 15x divided by minus 3 equals minus 5x, close the bracket, minus 1. You don't touch the minus 1, remember, you're always focus on the x squared and the x. Now what we do is we're going to do completing the square. So we do minus 3, make a big bracket with the red pen, make a smaller bracket, and now we're going to complete the square with these 2 terms. So we write x minus, and we do half of 5, so we do 5 over 2, close the brackets, put the square sign out, and we do minus 5 over 2 squared, which equals 5 squared equals 25, and 2 squared equals 4. And what we do is we close the big red bracket, and we put the minus 1 outside. Now guys, we're simply going to multiply it all out by 3, so the red bracket out. So minus 3 x minus 5 over 2 squared minus 3 times minus 25 over 4 is going to be plus 75 over 4, and we bring down the 1, minus 1. And all we do is at the end simplify it, so we get minus 3 x minus 5 over 2 squared plus 75 over 4 minus 1 is 75 over 4 minus 4 over 4, which equals plus 71 over 4. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As you can see, completing the square is a very nice and easy method to do, and very useful as well. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.